We could see the House of Representatives vote on health care reform by the end of this week, but do Democrats have enough votes to get it passed? The chairman of the House Democratic Caucus, Connecticut Congressman John Larson, says he is confident that Democrats do. Fellow Democrat Bart Stupak estimates his party is more than a dozen votes shy of the 216 it would need to pass this thing. Let's talk about it with House Majority Whip Congressman James Clyburn of South Carolina. Congressman, on Sunday on Meet the Press, you said you didn't have the votes, but you were going to be working on it. Do you have them now?
No, I don't, but I think we'll get them. The fact of the matter is there are still some issues involving how we're going to pay for this that members want to see before they make their final commitments. So I don't count those votes just because I'm confident that we'll get them. I only count them when they make the commitment. And I do not have 216 commitments yet, though I think we'll get there in time for the vote.
The fact that this has gone on for nearly a year, well, for more than a year, I should say, and you're still having to wrangle votes at the last minute, doesn't that show you how controversial this thing is?
Well, you know, I was born in controversy. I came to this Congress in controversy. Controversy doesn't bother me at all. I spent yesterday down at my university, South Carolina State, celebrating 50 years of the sit-ins down there. That was a controversy, and I didn't shy away from that, and I'm not going to shy away from this. Well, this is something that we must do in order to get people back in tune with what the society is all about, and that is providing a way for them to have a good quality of life, getting rid of all these discrimination because of pre-existing conditions, getting rid of these rescissions when people get catastrophic illnesses, giving young people the opportunity to stay on their insurance plans with their parents until they finish school. This is what this is all about.
Forgive me for interrupting. We've heard the contents of the bill many times, but when you talk about shying away from controversy, there are reports that Speaker Pelosi is considering this process which would deem that the bill is passed without actually taking a vote. You must have spoken about that with her. Is that in the plans?
Well, I don't know if that's in the plans or not. There are 2 or 3 different ways to do this. That is one of the ways that's being discussed. And that's the way that's been used at least 100 times since I've been here in the Congress. And I've only been here 18 years. So this is nothing unusual.
Well, but given the controversial nature of this bill, and you just admitted that it's controversial, wouldn't it be fair to the American people to let their elected representatives put it to a vote?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to do.
Not if it's deemed. Not if it's deemed. Not if Speaker Pelosi deems that the bill has passed, there wouldn't be a vote, would there?
So there's been a vote in the Senate. They got 60 votes for this. What we will be deeming is that those 60 votes that the people got, we will say on the House side, we deem that as having been passed. So they got the 60 votes. We got 220 votes for our bill in the House. The only thing that we're voting on now are the things we call the fixes, the reconciliation. And so that's the part that we'll be voting on. What we'll be deeming already got 60 votes.
You don't think that's political sleight of hand, smoke and mirrors?
Well, you may want to call it sleight of hand, but the fact of the matter is, just because you labor it that doesn't mean that we didn't have it before. We've done that, as I said, more than 100 times since I've been here. And so this is nothing unusual. There's no trickery here at all. It is just that you do this process in order to facilitate the effort.
Well, you know, pardon my skepticism, but you're talking about a $1 trillion bill. You're talking about rearranging maybe a sixth of the American economy. It would seem to be unusual to enact this into law without a vote in the House of Representatives.
Well, let's get away from the $1 trillion bill. We aren't talking about a $1 trillion bill here. Remember, we are still talking about the bill that was passed by the Senate. And last time I checked, the score on the Senate bill was like $850 billion. We did $1 trillion on the House side, and that's not what we're voting on. We're voting this. We will deem passed the Senate bill, which was much less than that.
One more question, though. You're the majority whip. You're in charge of counting votes. It would seem to me that if you had the votes in the House to pass this thing outright, you would put it to a vote.
We are going to put it to a vote. As I said, we are still waiting on the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, to give us its final number on what this thing will cost. We are not asking our members to make a commitment to us until we can tell them exactly what they're committing to. So the will is there to pass this. We still must get the numbers in order to be honest with our members.
Congressman James Clyburn of South Carolina, the majority whip in the U.S. House. Thank you.
Thank you.